Hi everyone, it's me Ben Almaden and welcome to Entertainment Zone. I'm here for my review of Thor the Dark World. I saw the film a couple of days after it came out, but I've just not had a chance to film a review yet. I am filming this review on my iPad, so if the camera's a little shaky, that's why. I just wanted to make sure I had some time to quickly film it, so I thought, well, grab the iPad, quickly film this review. What to say about Thor the Dark World? It was very impressive, actually. I really enjoyed it. I'm a fan of Thor anyway, but I thoroughly enjoyed the film, yeah. Thoroughly enjoyed the film. Chris Hemsworth as Thor, he's as great in the role as he's always been. Let's talk about Malekith, the bad guy in the movie, played by Doctor Who himself, Christopher Eccleston. Malekith, very evil villain. I loved the origins of him in the beginning of the film, and I've got to say that his origin sequence at the beginning of the film, the 3D was pretty good in it. The 3D conversion in the film, I should point out, not as great as Avengers 3D, but it wasn't bad 3D actually, and as I said, that opening in 3D, pretty cool. Now, I liked Malekith as a villain, very dark, looming presence. However, I do feel he was underused. I've heard there were more scenes with him filmed explaining, the relationship he had with Thor's grandfather Bor, their rivalry. I would have liked to see even more backstory to him, and just to have him have more time to shine and just even extend his battles with Thor and the others further. And the reason I'm saying this is because I'm sure it comes as no surprise to anyone, but Loki once again stole the show. Tom Hiddleston's made this character so iconic, and in this film it's really easy to understand why. And we heard that in pre-production that in production, sorry, that Tom went back and filmed extra scenes, and that obviously benefited the movie. And Loki was great in the film. You never quite know whether he's being honest in the film, or whether he's double crossing, and I really like that. And he just did a really fantastic performance. Tom, definitely one of his best Loki performances to date. The relationship between Thor and Jane is explained further in the movie. Them dealing with not seeing each other since before the Battle of New York, and Jane feeling kind of upset that Thor never came to find her when he was around in Avengers. So it's nice seeing a progression of that storyline, and I'd like to see that continue further in the upcoming movies. The film has 2 post-credit scenes, so if you haven't seen the film yet, and you plan to, be sure to stick around. The first post-credit scene comes mid-sequence, much like the Avengers, and then there's a second one after the credits. In terms of how I rank this in the Marvel movies, it's pretty high up, though I am wondering whether I enjoyed the first Thor more than this one. Not to say this was a bad film, because I thoroughly enjoyed it and the time flew watching it. But I may have to go back and rewatch Thor just to definitely decide whether I enjoyed Thor or Thor the Dark World more. And that's all I'm going to say non-spoiler wise, so I'm just going to discuss a few spoilers. So if you haven't seen the film and you don't want it spoiled, stop watching now and come back when you have seen the movie. Okay, so a few spoilers now. Firstly, the death of Frigga, Thor's mother, that came as a real shock. Wasn't expecting that at all, and I really think that that really asserted the evilness of Malekith. Really did. I want to talk about the ending when Odin gives Thor his blessing that he doesn't need to be king, and he's happy for him not to be. when everyone is presuming Loki is dead, and then when Thor goes off, it's revealed that Odin is an illusion created by Loki. That was awesome, and it's prompted some real questions there of whether there was some sincerity there from Loki, or whether it was all part of a greater plan. And the question, of course, of what has happened to Odin. Is he alive? Or has Loki killed him or imprisoned him? We really don't know what's going on there. Um, so that was neat. I do want to talk about the post credit scenes. I'll talk about the second one first. A lot of people said it wasn't really worth staying for. It's true. It basically sees Thor coming back to hug and kiss Jane, proving that he will come back for her. But and then the first scene, post credit scene, saw Sif and one of the Warriors Three, I think it was Volstagg, taking a object. I'm not sure if it was the ether. I kind of expect it is the ether. To the Collector, played by Benicio del Toro, and whether it was the ether, it was implied that this is one of the 6 Infinity Gems of the Infinity Gauntlet, suggesting that is what we're leading up to with Thanos, however you say his name, be it that in Guardians of the Galaxy or Avengers 3, which I think is more likely. But yes, the Collector by Benicio del Toro. And there's a mention there that the Tesseract could also be one of the Infinity Gems. But yes, Benicio del Toro as the Collector, that was setting up Guardians of the Galaxy. Sorry, I'm so excited because I can't begin to tell you how excited I am for that film. Seeing the trailer for it at Comic-Con was just awesome. But there's a real shift in tone. James Gunn had to quickly direct that scene, so maybe that's why it does feel very out of place and kind of almost B-movie-ish. But trust me, Guardians of the Galaxy will not come across as a B-movie. From what I saw at Comic-Con, I have a lot of faith in it. But yeah, it was very out of place for Thor and anything we've seen in the Marvel Universe. But for me, it's just made me even more excited for Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just going to be awesome, really, really awesome. And going back to Thor, I just want to talk about the death scene with Loki. That was very moving, and I thought, oh my God, Marvel have had the balls to kill off Loki, and I thought, maybe that's a good thing, because I don't want the character to end up becoming like Sylar in the TV series Heroes, where he's just used over and over to death. But obviously, then we reveal he was alive, and you just think, oh, you know what? That was cool. I'm glad he's alive, because we all love Loki, let's face it, we all love Loki. So yeah, I was very impressed with Thor the Dark World. Definite 4 out of 5. Oh, one more spoiler as well that I want to discuss. There was a cameo by Captain America, kind of. Chris Evans was there playing the role, but Loki had turned into Cap to taunt Thor, and that was just awesome. But no, a definite 4 out of 5 for this movie. And if you've seen Thor the Dark World, let me know what you thought of it. Leave a comment below. And remember, for all the latest movie news and reviews, be sure to subscribe. Again, I'm sorry for the shaky cam, but this was a quick video, so I just thought I'd film it on the iPad. When I say quick, it's almost 9 minutes. Okay, so yeah, be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at BLMaiden. And I'll speak to you soon, guys. Bye-bye.